People. Que pasa, sapa, say what they do. Now, the first thing that is popping in the news, people, it is very bad news because according to sources, it is said that a car run over the head of a little baby in a place called Last Street. And when I speak about Last Street, I am speaking about downtown Kingston. Now, based on the information, it is said that the baby was in the mother's hand. However, the baby somehow get out and run across the street and fall right in front of a car. And when the baby fell in front of the car basically run over the baby. Now, people, like me say, I was not there. I am only speculating and I don't want to stereotype. However, had this been, we are speaking about Uptown, more than likely it would not have happened. It would not have taken place. And people, like me say, I don't like to step on people, especially when they are going through a grieving time, especially when I don't have the details. However, my main reason for making this video is to make other persons, other mothers be aware. Therefore, this does not happen anymore. Now, people, when we think about the garrison and people, I am just speaking in general and people, don't get it twisted, don't get it misconstrued. I don't want to stereotype. However, there are some people in the garrison that are very irresponsible, that are very negligent. May I talk about the mother? I am talking about picnic having picnic. So my point is that whenever picnic have picnic, it is never usually a formula for success. It is usually a formula for failure. Now, people, like I said, I was not there, and this could have been a legitimate accident, and accidents do happen. However, when we think about how things work in the garrison, when we think about the fact that people always are speed through them places, and don't get it twisted either, people speed all over Jamaica because we see that the drivers out there, they are very reckless. They don't obey or basically stick to the rules of the road. Them always are speed like some mad bat out of hell. So therefore, I am not going to blame the driver. And in this case, like me say, I am not going to blame the mother either because the child could have just easily jumped out of the mother and take road feed. And then the car just lick her down, so fall down in front of the car, rete, lele, blue, blah, bling. However, the reason for this video, like I said, is to make other people be aware, be alert. Always remember your priority. That is going to be your children, your kids, your baby, whatever the case is. Always be alert. You can't hold a picnic close to a street and know, say, sometimes picnic don't listen. Sometimes them have a mind of them own. So therefore, you have to be on your P's and Q's 24/7, 365 every day of the week. That means that you can't allow your picnic to run out of your hand and run into the street because people, you know what is going to happen. And that is the case in this case. And a lot of times we see that persons in the garrison, people like them say, the devil always find work for idlers. And a lot of times, a lot of these people in the garrison, they are preoccupied. Them always a cuss. Them always they on social media. They are always fighting over some sort of hood or some sort of pumps. People, this is a recipe for disaster, and whenever people live reckless, these things are going to happen, point blank and period. And people, like me say, this is my disclaimer. Once again, there are some very good persons that live in these garrisons. There are some people that are hardworking. However, generally speaking, it is the problem. People are preoccupied with all sorts of things and forget their priority. They are negligent and they are irresponsible. And if this video can prevent a next occurrence like this from happening, then that is the purpose of this video. It is not to bash the mother who is going through a very traumatic time at the moment. It is not to basically stereotype anybody or any set of person, because the truth and the fact that I am also from the garrison. So may I talk from a place that I have seen. I am talking about what I have seen. I am talking about what I have witnessed, and I am talking about a situation that presently exists in these garrisons. So people, at the end of the day, a little picnic gone. At the end of the day, somebody run over this picnic head, and people, I think that it could have been avoided if persons took the precaution, if persons were proactive and not reactive, and people, like we say, it end up in a very bad way. point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine, but let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now, before I move to the next part of my video, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source, one word, and I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. And also, please subscribe to this channel through Jamaica Buzz. And when you subscribe, please press the notification bell or icon, and also press all in the option. Now, the next thing that is popping in the news is an update as it pertains to a 26-year-old constable, and his name is Chevron Downer, that was nabbed in Clarendon transporting some gunmen who also had 2 guns and other stuff in the car. Now, based on the information that is out there, it is said that this popo, this constable, he is attached to the state of emergency in downtown, and he was charged with illegal possession of a firearm and ammunition, and he was jointly charged with 3 other men. We are speaking about 43-year-old Bertram Burrell, and he is said to be a truck driver from Hanover, and also 33-year-old Keflin Kenneth, he is said to be a farmer from Hanover. And last but not least, we're speaking about 33-year-old Tafari Ross, and he is said to be a tractor operator, and he is from Old Harbour. So people, based on this information, we say they are from all over Jamaica. We are talking about 2 of them from Hanover. We are speaking about 1 from Kingston and the next one from Old Harbour. So people, we are talking about all over the island. Now, based on the Popo report, like I said in the video that I did maybe about a day ago, I said that on Wednesday at about 1:15 in the morning, in the crack of dawning, the Popo was doing some sort of operation when them buck up on a Toyota Pro Box. And when they stopped the Pro Box, they found 4 persons. We are speaking about 3 gunmen, and also the Popo after them run a check and realized that he was attached to the Kingston division. Now, people, just imagine this. This Popo was chaperoning, he was driving them, he was the chauffeur for 3 gunmen. People, how does that look? And people, like I've always said, when we talk about the vehicle of choice for these gunmen, for these criminals, for these thieves, for these people that are slapping away people, we are talking about the Toyota Pro Box, we are talking about the Axio, and we're also speaking about the Tida. So people, it seems like these persons don't learn. Whenever you're doing any sort of illegal activity, you should basically refrain. May I talk about don't use any of those cars, because more than likely, if the Popo seen at them, you are going to be stopped, you are going to be checked, point blank and period. Now, based on the information, it is said that the Popo searched the car and they found and seized 2 illegal firearms. We're speaking about a Taurus 9mm with 9 rounds, and also a next 9mm with 14 rounds. So people, we are talking about 23 rounds of ammunition and 2 illegal firearms. And if this officer also had his firepiece, based on the fact that he was transporting some other set of criminal, he is also going to be charged for illegal possession of a firearm and also ammunition, because a legal firearm used in an illegal way makes it illegal, point blank and period. So based on the Popo report and court report, it is said that these men are scheduled to appear before the Clarendon Parish Court on Tuesday, July 14, 2020. So people, we are talking about this Tuesday. Now people, when we list the stuff like this and we see that a police is involved yet again in other sort of criminal activity, it only shows you that the Popo force, they are infiltrated with a whole lot of criminals. Most of these persons that join the force, especially these new Popo, it seems as if them join the force for hustle. It seems as if they join the force to commit some sort of criminal activity. It seems as if they don't understand that they took an oath for serve and protect, not to basically get involved in all sorts of criminal activity. However, we see that they are not abiding by the rules and laws and regulation of the oath that they took, point blank and period. And like I said before, I thought that this officer, he was going to use some sort of alibi and claim that he was kidnapped by these 3 other gunmen. However, it seems as if he has not used that so far. But people, that is yet to be determined. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like I said, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up. Now the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that at least 50 or 40 demonstrators took to the street in New Kingston in front of the JPS. We're speaking about the Jamaica Public Service Office. We're speaking about their headquarters in New Kingston. The people, they must say, what is really going on? We are tired of the new, we are speaking about the new policy as it pertains to regular customers, helping to stand some of the losses that JPS incur from people thieving lights. And people went out there with all sorts of billboard, all sorts of sign, and they were bashing JPS. And one of the ones that stood out, one said, "We do not share in your profit. Why should we share in your loss?" Now, people, when we think about this makes sense, because the truth and the fact is that the regular Jamaican, the typical Jamaican, is not a shareholder in the JPS company. We do not get any sort of shares. We do not get any sort of profit. So therefore, why should we basically help in your loss? It makes no sort of sense. And I do not understand how the Office of Utility Regulation and even the Prime Minister allow a company, a big corporation such as JPS that is very profitable to get away with a policy like that. And people, what is even worse, that persons are saying that it is not showed on their bill that basically they are paying up to 20 to 27% of the loss that JPS incur from all of this theft that is going on. Now, people, you know that based on the backlash that JPS has been getting, the CEO or one of their PR, they came out and they said that they understand, they hear the cry of the people. However, you should have understood that before it happened, before it got to this stage, because the truth and the fact is that right is right and wrong is wrong. And whenever you make any sort of policy where you are charging persons for losses that your company has incurred, it makes absolutely no sort of sense. It is thievery, it is robbery, point blank and period. So anyways, based on what the PR is saying, he is saying that they cannot do the job alone. Them basically can't stop the people them from thief. So them expect the government, them expect the popo, and they also want the customers to help basically stop this problem. Now, people, the truth and the facts that there's a lot of thieving going on as it pertains to JPS. However, in this situation like it exists right now, a lot of persons are losing their job. A lot of persons are getting laid off, especially in this COVID situation. So therefore, people don't want no expense, especially expenses that they did not basically create. That was created by the people that are thieving, and other persons are not supposed to be responsible. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, based on the report by the Popo, it is said that it was a very peaceful demonstration, because people, like you see, you get action whenever any prime minister or any politician or any person that come from uptown start to demonstrate, because look how long poor people have been crying about the JPS situation, and people, nothing has changed. However, we should expect change, because whenever it affects the people and with the power, we are talking about the rich people, the politician, there is always going to be some sort of change. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, that is my views on the whole thing as it pertains to that. And like me say, it is just my views and opinion. It is not the gospel. Your views and opinion can be respectfully different from mine. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Bless up.